Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 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 Bear with me for a second. Just getting this make sure y'all can hear me. Testing. Hmm. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. All right. Is it 8 o'clock yet? All right. Hey. What up? You guys all right? You chilling? All right. 1 second here. Just getting this right. Send out my information. Bear with me for a second. I think it's raining. Now I want to rain. Okay. All right. Good night. Good night. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. How you guys doing? All right. Starting the podcast. I've been dealing with like real life stuff. I had to visit family back in Detroit. I had to prepare for my mid son's graduation. So my streaming, as far as I've been trying to do a podcast for the longest, and like as far as do it every Monday, but life comes at you fast. You feel me? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to do a live podcast, like every Monday around this time, 8 o'clock, Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, whatever, or daylight saving time, however you want to say it. But just talking about what's going on in my world, video games, most in particular, but current events that come up, everything that that make changes in our world. So, we can get into it, shall we? First and foremost, let's get into what has been the most important thing in my life right now. Let's talk about this NBA playoffs. Actually, let's not talk about the NBA playoffs. Let's talk about the NBA draft. In case you're aware or don't know, the Pistons have the number 1 draft pick. And yes, I'm very excited. I'm very excited that the Pistons have the number 1 draft pick. We're going to see what's going to happen. A lot of people were like, well, the last time the Pistons were, had the top 3 draft pick, they picked Darko Milicic. And, okay, Joe Dumars messed up. He should have got, Dwayne Wade or Carmelo Anthony, but he didn't. So, but we got a championship that year, so all is good. But a lot of people don't realize the time before that, we had a top 2 pick was 1981. We had the top 2 pick. We had the national champion Indiana Hoosier Isaiah Thomas, a generational point guard. I would say, me being biased, I would say the number 1 point guard of all time in the NBA. I would say 1B. I'll even say 1B. 1A is Magic Johnson. So, I mean, it is what it is. So it's a perfect good time to be a Pistons fan. I mean, for the last, 20 years, when we got draft picks, we always got lottery picks in, 0.6, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 10, number 12, number 14. We never got into the top 8, of all the times we was on lottery picks and whatnot. But, it's a good time, and I'm real excited. I want to see, I really don't know none of the NBA, the college or G League players, but everybody's saying Cade Cunningham, and we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see. That's enough of that. Okay. But wait. Here's a fun fact. Okay. Isaiah Thomas was look. The new Isaiah Thomas, I don't even register that bum, whatever. I'm talking about, when I say Isaiah Thomas, I'm talking about Isaiah Lord Thomas, the bad boy leader, the captain, what I'm saying, the Pistons, that's when I say Isaiah Thomas. In 1981, he came second pick overall. You know who was the first pick overall? Mark Aguirre. And it's funny because Mark Aguirre came on the Pistons in 89, 90, that season, when they won the second championship. So at that time, the Pistons had the number 1 pick and the number 2 pick, and was winning championships with them. Won their second championships with them. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. All right, in other news, enough of that. I don't want to bore you. Tonight's show, we're gonna talk about the 6-month review of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. I do not have an Xbox Series S. I will never spend money on an Xbox Series S. Why? We'll talk about that when the time comes on the main topic. Also, before that, we'll do a little brief history lesson with pictures. Anyway, as far as news go, let's run through the news right quick. fighting games is doing well, and I'm glad fighting games are doing well now because Sega has brought back Virtua Fighter 5, so that lets me know that they're working on Virtua Fighter 6, and it's going to be every time fighting games do well, with the exception of Street Fighter 4, but every time fighting games are done well through the marketing and through public views or whatever, is always because of Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter is like, to me, it's like Nintendo as far as like gaming companies, as far as like when it comes to fighting games. They set the standard and everybody follow by their lead. And a lot of people was like, whatever, what about Taken? That's not true. What about Taken? Listen, Ono, when he was part of Capcom, Harada-sama, when he was, Namco Bandai, they've been on record, both of them saying that, their favorite series and their favorite series to mimic or get information from has always been Virtua Fighters. Period. So when Virtua Fighters is doing prominent in the fighting game scene, all other fighting games start to thrive. When Virtua Fighter is not doing well and is non-existent in the fighting game scene, all the fighting games, die. With that being said, the only caveat or the only one that really changed that was Street Fighter 4. Okay. With that being said, there's been leaked news that Dragon Ball FighterZ is coming out with a sequel, and it looks like it's coming out this year. I haven't played Dragon Ball FighterZ in a while. The last time I played Dragon Ball Fighter Z was right before they announced Gogeta Super Saiyan 4. And once I saw Super Saiyan 4, I was like, I'm not playing this game. I'm not playing this game anymore. It just got ridiculous crazy. So I'm looking forward to what the sequel gonna bring up, and we'll go there. In the FPS news, Overwatch is doing crossplay. I know if you know me or you've seen me before, I love Overwatch. Well, I did love Overwatch. Now I can't stand it. The reason why I can't stand it is because I'm literally frustrated with Overwatch. The reason why I'm frustrated with Overwatch is because they're not fixing their ranking system, and every other ranking system, whereas a Destiny, Apex, even Call of Duty, their ranking system caters to people playing with friends, whereas Overwatch, they hinder you and they penalize you for playing with friends. It can be easily solved. Overwatch can be easily solved if they make a ranking system where you can go solo queue like what Destiny does. Destiny has a ranking system where you can play with your clan and go into challenge mode, ranking or competitive mode, and then they also have like a open where everybody is solo queuing, and all three teammates that you be on your team is straight up solo queue. That's what Overwatch needs, because you penalize for playing with 5 other friends, but then when you go solo queue, you're still penalized because you might be teaming up with a 5 stack. And the 5 stack may get on the mics with you. They may not get on the mic with you. They may have their own group chat, and and then you're going against a 6 stack. And I'm just fed up with Overwatch. And plus, I want to play Overwatch 2. Overwatch it's been 5 years now. It's time. I'm done with Overwatch. So, but Overwatch crossplay is out now. You could play. The console players can play each other. The Switch, it's just like Apex crossplay. You can play PlayStation versus Xbox versus Switch. The only way to play PC players is if you have a PC player on your friends list and they invite you to the PC realm or the server, and then you can play that way. Other than that, I haven't really even turned on Overwatch to play the crossplay. I was going to do it today, but I was like, you know what? I don't even want to look at Overwatch. And like I've been reading posts, like it's just like Apex, as far as what I'm trying to say, as far as like communication between PlayStation 4 and Xbox One players, it's like you can't really hear each other or you can't communicate. It's weird. But I think Overwatch fixed it where you got to press a button combination. You got to press L3 and X to talk to each other or something like that. I don't know. I really don't give a damn. Like, I really don't. Overwatch is done. I don't want to deal with Overwatch. But anyway, in other news, Cyberpunk was fixed. If you haven't played Cyberpunk, I suggest that you do play it. I mean, it's a good game. I'm near the end of it. I got to the end of it and I just stopped playing it. I don't know why. I think I got busy with Apex, but I was playing Cyberpunk, the PlayStation 4 version, on PlayStation 5 because I heard it ran better if you do it that way. Because if you play the PlayStation 4 version on the PlayStation 4 version, it had a lot of bugs. But from what I'm hearing, they fixed it. So if you can get a copy of it, and they brought it back to the PlayStation Store, so I'm guessing it's running good now. I should boot it up and try to get the update, see what I can do with it. But yeah, Cyberpunk is fixed. If you haven't played it, I suggest you play it. Give it a shot. That's about it. And then what else did I talk about as far as news going on? Oh, the number one successful movie of all time in Japan, Demon Slayer's Mugen Train, is now on Funimation. If you got Funimation, the app, you can watch the animated movie. That's crazy. An animated movie is the number one movie of all time in Japan, and now you can watch it over here in America. That's crazy to me. I have not seen. I've watched Demon Slayers. I've read the manga of Demon Slayers, but I haven't watched that movie yet. I'm probably gonna watch it tonight. I don't know, but I do need to watch it. I just want to let you know that it's out on Funimation. I think you can buy it for a night. You can buy it on Prime. Actually, you can buy it for $20 on Prime, Amazon Prime. You know what? I might do that. I don't know. Speaking of which, I was at Walmart and I saw a display for Godzilla vs. King Kong. The physical copy's out, but it was sold out, and I was like, damn, I do want to get a physical copy of that. And then I don't know. We'll see. But another thing that I noticed, I don't know, but checking your area, if your PlayStation 4 DualShock 4 controller is messing up, I highly suggest you guys go to your local retail and pick up a controller, because right now there's a DualShock 4 shortage. And you're like, what? There is a PlayStation 4 DualShock shortage. I just noticed it just now, like the last 3 days. My PlayStation 4, I had bought this one from GameStop, and I had the receipt, and they was like, if this one messes up or breaks down, you can bring it back and replace it. So I noticed my PlayStation 4, I got like 4 controllers. I noticed the one I just got from GameStop, it stick drift. It was stick drifting, so I was like, you know what, I could fix this. Like I fixed my other ones, but I paid for the warranty, so let me go get a new one. I went up to GameStop. They was like, we don't have any more. We don't know when we're getting any more. Then I went to for the past 3 days, I've been to 4 different Best Buys, 2 Targets, 3 Walmarts, 1 Fry's. They don't have PlayStation 4 DualShock controllers. Went on Amazon. They don't have any. Went to Newegg. They don't have any. I was like, what's going on? Got to talk to a Sony rep. Sony rep was like, they're having issues with the lithium battery or to manufacture it. So it's a shortage. So if you in your local area, you got access to to get a DualShock 4, get a DualShock 4 just in case they break, because other than that, you're not gonna find a DualShock 4. They got DualSense 5s. DualSense 5s all over the place. Like the new DualSense, the maroon color and the all black PlayStation 5 controllers, they all over the place. Went to Best Buys, they falling out the damn aisleways. I don't need that. I already got 2 PlayStation 5 controllers. And then my PlayStation 5 is white. I don't, if they come out with the all black side plates or side panels, then I'll probably get a black DualSense controller. But until then, my PlayStation 5 and my controller is gonna look like a stormtrooper, white and black. Anyway, enough of that. All right, let's get into the main topic. PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X came out in November. It's about almost 7 months since it came out. So how's it doing? It's doing okay. I mean, they're doing well. What I'm gonna do is a little brief history lesson. Okay, I heard a sharp noise. Do a little brief history. Oh, the shirt of the night is the National Video Game Museum, Frisco, Texas. If you ever come down here in Texas, there's the National Video Game Museum, and you can go and see the history of video games. And that's what I'm about to do right now. Just a little history, show you my history, talk about the history, and then once I get done with the history, we're gonna go into, what you came here for, to talk about the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. All right, but well, I'll say I'm 45 years old. I've been gaming since I was 3 years old. I used to say that I was a first generation gamer. There's 9 generations of gaming or gaming consoles. The generations are what's the word I'm looking for? The generations are considered by the consoles and when they came out. Okay, I usually be like I'm a first generation gamer. Correction. I was born in the first generation, but I'm really a second generation gamer. Okay, first generation was Telstar, Home Pong, the Nintendo Color TV, and the Odyssey. I never played none of those until the third generation. So, second generation, I played Atari 2600. You know what I'm saying? That was my first system. My dad bought me. The box was about as big as me. I was 3 years old. I slid it down. You know what I'm saying? Easy. You know what I'm saying? Hook it up myself. 3 years old, hooking up a game system to a television. Anyway, it was cool. Third generation, Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo was the hottest item out there. But I had a Master System. My friend had a Nintendo. Fourth generation, Super NES. You know, um, fourth generation was Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx 16. Fourth generation was when I really started going hard body in video games. I bought my very first system, TurboGrafx 16. My very first system that I paid my own money for. As you can see, if you can see it. Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't want to show it. But no, TurboGrafx 16. First system I ever bought with my own money. Loved it. Great system. The games were inexpensive, $19-$20. It was great. You know what I'm saying? My friends, they love Super Nintendo. Well, I mean, I play Super Nintendo, I play Sega Genesis, but around about the fourth generation, I was morely in the arcades. I was rarely at home. Fifth generation, you have Sega Saturn, Nintendo 64, Atari Jaguar. PC was starting to pick up, and then you had the PlayStation. Fifth generation, my favorite system of the system that won that generation was PlayStation. My favorite generation, my favorite system of that was a tie between the PlayStation and Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn. And so that's what my favorite system. That was a tie between the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn. Oh, back to the fourth generation. Fourth generation, Super NES won that generation, but TurboGrafx 16 was my favorite console. Third generation, Nintendo won. Favorite was Nintendo. Atari won second, and Nintendo Color Game Series won the first generation. We're on the sixth generation. Sixth generation, you had the GameCube. You had the Dreamcast, you had the PlayStation 2, had the Xbox. PlayStation 2 pretty much won that generation. As a matter of fact, PlayStation 2 was like the number one selling console of all time. I think it still is the number one console selling of all time. I don't know. The Wii for the next generation almost beat it, but no, I think the PlayStation 2 is the most. Yeah. This is a import PlayStation 2. Straight from Japan. It even opens. Wait, hold on. How did it open again? It opens like that. And oh yeah, the bouncer. Japanese copy of the bouncer. Great game. Phenomenal game. So yeah. Favorite console is a tie between PlayStation 2 and the Dreamcast. More so the Dreamcast because the PlayStation 2 suffered from the Dre or the disc read errors. They really pissed me off. I've been through 5 PlayStation 2s. This is the sixth one, and that's an import. If you're aware, the import Asian Pacific PlayStation 2s never had problems, but the American PlayStation 2s was nothing but problems. You had the disc read errors. It can only read CDs, the purple colored CDs, or they can only read the chrome colored DVDs. You had to tilt the lens. You had to screw the lens cap a certain way so you could read both discs. It was a nightmare. I don't even want to get into it. Seventh generation. You had the Wii, you had PlayStation 3, you got a 360. My favorite system at all of that time was the 360. Yeah, 360. That's the Xbox Slim. 360, I'm not a fanboy of systems. I'm a fanboy of games. Wherever the games go, that's where I go. And the 360 had all the games. PlayStation 3 was okay. I mean, it's down there, but I won't even show that PlayStation 3. Bump that PlayStation 3. I was all about the 360. It is what it is. Eighth generation, Nintendo Switch. Yes, the Nintendo Switch is the 8th generation. It's not the 9th generation. Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Favorite system, of course, is PlayStation 4. And now we're going to talk about the 9th generation. I'm going to start off with the Xbox. Start off with the Xbox Series X. Okay, Xbox Series X. Let's talk about it. Basically, put this right here. Xbox Series X, it's a wonderful, I would say, it's a great, well put design console. Actually, right before I set up this podcast, I was cleaning my PlayStation 5. I was cleaning the dust out of it. I play my PlayStation 5 down there daily. My Xbox, I play it like once a week or something. But I mean, I'm gonna try to not be biased, okay? Xbox this one compared to the Xbox Series X compared to the Xbox One, I think it's a better product as far as being put together. Actually, I don't know if it because I don't use it that much, or is if it's the design as far as the heat vents on top. There's not really that much dust. It doesn't really get dusty. And you know what? Kind of that I don't use it. The fact that I don't even turn it on that much and there's still no dust on top, it's pretty damn impressive. My only gripe with the Xbox Series X is there's really no games. I mean, when I say there's really no games, I'm like, there's no exclusives. There's not really, I mean, they're coming, but I mean, we're 6 months in. And when I saw the E3 presentation, those games not coming for another year or another year and a half. I mean, so I'm supposed to live off of Game Pass. And then that's another thing. A lot of people don't collect consoles like I do, and they're like, well, Game Pass is really cool as far as me. I personally like Game Pass because there's certain new games that came out where I didn't have to spend money and I can play them, such as Outriders and another game on Game Pass. I don't really have to buy them. I can just play them, and if I don't like them, I don't never have to play them. That's one thing about Game Pass. But a lot of people are using Game Pass to play older games that they used to have, and it's like, I'm a game collector. I got those games. Like, I got Mass Effect Trilogy on 360, all 3 games. I got Gears of War on the 360. I got Halo and Halo 2 on the Xbox 180. I mean, okay, I wouldn't need the Game Pass for that, but like I said, Game Pass is pretty cool for me to try out new games. Like, I'm supposed to be playing Phantasy Star Online too, but I haven't downloaded it yet. But I can download it for free for the Game Pass, which is cool. One thing I do like about the one thing I do really like about the Xbox is that instant game. Like you could be playing a game and then you can turn on another game and they'll pause the other game. And then let's say, because like, okay, I don't know if a lot of y'all play Apex, but the higher you get in the ranks, the longer it takes for the the server to find people to play. So what I see is I see a lot of people, especially on the PC or in the higher ranks on the Xbox Series X or the PlayStation 5. What they do is when they stream, they watch videos to pass the time until the game starts. What I do is I just, I'll wait for I'll queue up to be put in the match, and I start working on combos and Killer Instinct. That's if I'm on the Xbox Series X, or I'll work on a combo on Street Fighter, and then when I hear my game is queuing up for somebody on the mic is like, "Hey, we about to play," then I just switch automatically to Apex and start playing. I think that's wonderful. That's amazing. You can switch back and forth. Like I saw a video where a gentleman on YouTube was queuing up for a rank match in Street Fighter 5. And while he was doing that, he was practicing air combos in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That's great. Oh, and another thing with both of these consoles, the load time is ridiculous. When I say ridiculous, I mean like lack thereof. Like in PlayStation 4 or Xbox Series 1, you had load times. You could have got up, made you an alcoholic beverage, or went to the restroom, a bio break, and then mess with your wife or girlfriend for a few minutes, and then come back, and then you come back just in time for your game to load up or whatever the match to load up. Not with these new next. That's with the current gens. Load time is not there. You know what I mean? By the time you get up to walk out the room, your game is loading up. Like you're loading up, especially single player mode. I got the Mass Effect remastered for the PlayStation 4, and I've been playing it on the PlayStation 5. And remember in Mass Effect 1, the elevators in the Citadel or the elevators in Normandy, they were used for loading. Nah, son. You get in an elevator, boom, you're on the next floor. Or you can skip it. And when you get in the Citadel, you can skip it. So it's like, dang, there's no load times on these systems. It's irrelevant. It's like you cannot use an excuse as a loading screen to go make a drink or go use the bathroom. You literally gotta like pause it and like, okay, or don't start don't queue up for a competitive or rank match. Just like stay in lobby and then go do what you got to do and then come back. Because the load time is just ridiculous. Like there's no load time. Both systems are very quiet still. It's been 6 months. As far as like this is about the time when the wear and tear starts kicking in, and you start noticing stuff like with the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro. After about 6 months, 6 to 8, 9 months, noticed that it was starting to get loud, especially the PlayStation 4. The regular PlayStation 4 started knowing it sounded like a jet engine. That's because the airflow through the system was not good, and plus the heat sink was not done properly in a lot of the PlayStation 4s, so the CPU would overheat. So the fan would work overtime. Like my son's PlayStation 4 sounds like a jet engine. PlayStation 4, when you first started off, it was quiet, but now it's still loud. It's still loud as hell. But PlayStation 5 is not loud. Xbox is even quieter. Like I forget that it be on sometimes. The Xbox, you can't really. My work laptops are louder than my consoles. Like if I turn on my work laptop, if I turn on the MacBook Pro, or turn in my other work laptop, which is a Dell, they're louder. They're extremely louder than the systems. And it's just amazing. Like Microsoft, I have to give a shout out to Microsoft and to Sony, because they made these two systems are very, as far as the way they put up, they're very good. Like I said, with the Xbox Series X, it's very quiet. As you can see at the top, it's no dust. Like it can get hot. It can get hot, so it's advised not to put anything on top of it. And I strongly suggest you leave it vertically instead of horizontally because it's instead of horizontal because of the this. Like you have it like this on the side, and you blowing heat going out that way. And also, if uh, you have entertainment centers, I wouldn't put none of my system in entertainment center as far as that has glass panel doors or enclosed. I would no, not new systems. You have to put them out and stand them both up. I suggest that you stand the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 vertically because the airflow works better for them if they stand up vertically instead of being horizontal. More so the PlayStation 4 because you can have it horizontal and the airflow be okay, but it works better with it vertically instead of being on its side. The Xbox Series X, I would never put that on its side because the heat vents is at top. Then on the back, it has like flow. Well, you can't really see it. I'm gonna have to turn that off. You can see that flows. It sucks the air in here and it shoots the air out here. So I would keep it vertically instead of putting it on the side. Um, As far as a grade for the Xbox Series X, I would give it a B. You know, as far as I mean, it would have been an A if they had exclusives, but like I said, they don't have any exclusives, and it's a damn shame. It's 6 months in, and we got to wait another 6 months or another year, you know, to play. And then, you know, they're focusing on buying companies. They focused the last year and a year and a half buying companies to make the exclusive games, and now these companies are making exclusive games, but they're not making fast enough. And then there's no, and then also we are still in a pandemic, and the pandemic it did hit, so that did cause a lot of things to get pushed back to the wayside. So I mean, I can't really front on that, but at the same time, PlayStation is coming out with exclusive games now, where Xbox should come out with exclusive games now too. So you can't really use that as excuse. I mean, not even one. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Not one exclusive game right now. And then a Halo Infinite, I mean, it looks good now, but when they showed it last year, he was like, come on, son. No. 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 That was just ridiculous. Just flat out ridiculous. But like I said, I give the Xbox Series X a B. As far as the 6 months review, I give it a B. I mean, like I said, it's a good system. I mean, I personally like the Xbox Series X over the Xbox Series One. I take that back. I like it, but it does have its flaws. And there's one big major flaw I will say, and I will get into that in a few minutes. But I got to do the PlayStation 5 first. But now that I think about it, there is one major flaw that both systems have, and it's just ridiculous that Sony and Microsoft did this. And it's just, I can't believe they did this. But that's the Xbox Series X. Let's go talk about the PlayStation 5. This big. Okay, PlayStation 5. As you can see, this damn thing is big. My screen, but camera. It's the background. As you can see, PlayStation 5, those and whatnot. And you would say that this is built weird, but as I clean this thing, I just cleaned it because I noticed, like yesterday, it had dirt. These vents right here were dirty. It had like, dust and whatnot. And I was like, I gotta clean it. So I took off the panels, the white panels. The white panels are easy to take off. If you don't have a PlayStation 5, panels are easy to take off. This is the bottom when you have it vertically. You just unscrew this, take off the stand. It's very simple. And then, let me see if I can show you. It's right here. This, you put the screw right here. When you take the screw out, you put the screw in here. It's like a slot right here. And then you can turn this to lock the screw in there. That holds the screw in there. And then what you do is, with the panels, is you take the panel, you can push it down and pull them off. And basically, to me, the PlayStation 5 is just a light PC. Like, I can literally take this whole thing apart easily. Like, I'm talking about take out the fan. The fan is easy to replace. You can take off the guard plate, take out the disc reader. It's just a PC. I can break this down like easily like a PC. Like, this is easily the easiest system that Sony came out with that you can break down and take apart. Like, no problems. The hardest PlayStation to take apart, I would say the original PlayStation. No, because the PlayStation 2 was easy to take apart too because of where the lens was. Yeah. No, PlayStation 3 was the hardest system to take apart. It was really the hardest one to take apart. But PlayStation 5 is the easiest. Then 2, then 1, then 4, then 3. As far as taking apart, reverse engineering it. But like, this is just, to me, this is like a little PC, like, easy. And this is even before the tech demo of how he took it apart. I was just like, I saw him taking apart after I had mine, and I was like, man, this shit is easy. I was like, this is ridiculously easy how to take it apart. But I do want to talk about this right quick, the front. And then a lot of people was like, it looks weird and whatnot, but the way that they streamlined this or created this design, it helps with airflow and it helps keep a lot of the dust out. Like, you see these vents right here? Okay, they're slanted and they collect the dust. And the fan is like here and here on both sides. And these slots protect the fans from getting any dust. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. And then it sucks the air through here and blows the air out through here, and then it also blows the air at the bottom through here. This stand is like a space because these face plates, they stick out a little bit further from the bottom, as you can see. So it's not really leveled or on the same with the bottom of the PlayStation 5. So there's room and there's space for here so airflow can come out and go through the stand. And that's why I say it's best to have it vertically because of the airflow that's coming in to cooling the whole system. Whereas you have it on your side, the airflow is different because it sucks in through here and it blows out through here, and then it blows out through here, and it'll heat up whatever it is in your entertainment center. So that's why you have it on stand up like this, and it's just like a circle. It's like a cyclone going through your PlayStation, cooling it down. It's very quiet. I've seen stories and I've heard stories of people PlayStation 5 making noise, but the only reason why their PlayStation 5 is making noise is because the O-rings to the fan, for the O-rings for the screws for the fan, they either didn't have any or they were worn. I don't know why they was worn. It's a brand new system. So what people did was purchase new O-rings. Once they put the O-rings, the rubber O-rings into the screws and screwed them in, they didn't have no noise anymore. But luckily, I haven't had that problem. I checked my O-rings. My O-rings was okay. But it's a damn good system. I'm trying to think software-wise what they added or what they didn't add. I don't like the UI. The UI for the PlayStation 5. I love the UI for the PlayStation 4 because the UI for PlayStation 4, you can create folders and you can separate your games into folders. Like what I did with the PlayStation 4, I had a folder for BRs, had a folder for fighting games, had a folder for first-person shooters, had a folder for single players, horror. Devil May Cry had his own folder, you know what I'm saying? And you can go through the folders and pick which game you want to play. Whereas the UI with the PlayStation 5, it only shows like maybe 5 or 6 different icons at the top, and it only shows what you most recently selected or played. Also, I miss themes. PlayStation 5 does not have themes. PlayStation 4, I used to love the themes. But PlayStation 5 does not have, like I said, does not have themes. And but they do have stories. You know, as soon as you turn on the PlayStation 5, it comes up with, you know, news or current events in the fighting game, in the video game industry, or more specific in particular, what's going on in Sony. Like, I knew the controllers was coming out 3 days before they actually hit the stores, because we got the news on our PlayStation 5 that the controllers was coming out. I will say this: I'm tired of seeing news on Fortnite. Like they just showed today, Loki is in Fortnite now. 3 days ago, they showed Thanos. He's in Fortnite now. I'm tired of Fortnite news. Every time I turn on my PlayStation, there's something new happening in Fortnite. Anyway, PlayStation. PlayStation 5, as far as my grade, I'll give it an A plus. The only reason why I give it an A plus, no, fuck that, A minus. The only reason why I give it one side higher than the Xbox is because of the exclusives. Like, well, I will tell you this: if you get a PlayStation 5, you must get Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart. That game looks amazing. That is the next generation game. Okay, that game looks like a Pixar movie. It looks like nothing I've never played before. Like, remember when PlayStation 3 was coming out and they showed Killzone, and you saw how good that cinematic view was at E3, and we was like, man, we can't wait till that game came out. And then they came out with the game and it looked horrible. No, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. Why I say Jack and Dexter? Ratchet and Clank looks like, I mean, that game is just, it looks like a Pixar movie. You know how you have a game that has great, phenomenal cutscenes, and then it goes to, you know, lackluster gameplay? Nah. The game looks amazing all the way through, and there was no screen tears, it's no jaggies, it's like an interactive Pixar movie, and it moves fast. Your characters move fast. The interaction with the background is fast. That game is just goddamn phenomenal. And it's like, if games are like that coming out soon, man, they really knocked it out the park with that game. That game looks damn great. So, like with PlayStation 4, like, two games that like blew my mind. I was like, even now, Horizon Zero Dawn, that game, when that game came out, that game can compete with games now. That's how great that game looked. I was like, damn. And there was another game that came out on PlayStation that can compete now. Oh, Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima looks amazing. If you haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn or Ghost of Tsushima, you really need to that's your homework assignment. You really need to play those games. Those games look great. Gameplay is amazing. It just looked phenomenal. But even as great and as awesome those games looked on the last console, and even on because they got upgraded to the PlayStation 5, even as great as they look now on the PlayStation 5, they look like dog shit compared to Ratchet and Clank. Excuse my language, but Ratchet and Clank looks, that's how good Ratchet and Clank looks on the PlayStation 5, especially if you got a monitor or TV that can handle it. God damn, game looks fucking phenomenal. One thing I will tell you, if you get a PlayStation 5, once you get your PlayStation 5, then there's certain games that get a free upgrade. Be mindful on how you upgrade. That's another thing. That's one of the two main things that I dislike about the PlayStation 5. One, the UI should be better, and 1A, the UI should be better, and 1B, they should really explain how to upgrade your PlayStation 4 games to your PlayStation 5 games. I finally got my refund for No Man's Sky, because what happened was, PlayStation 5 upgrade for No Man's Sky came out. I didn't know how to upgrade. I was like, why? It's not allowing me to upgrade. It's not allowing me to upgrade. I click on PlayStation 4. I click on the icon and it just played the PlayStation 4 version. I'm like, why is it not upgrading? It doesn't upgrade automatically. A lot of games don't upgrade automatically. You got to finagle to get it. So I was like, why is it not upgrading? Why is it not upgrading? So I was like, maybe I don't have it. So I bought PlayStation 5 version. And I was like, then I finally found out how to upgrade to PlayStation 5 version. So then I had to call Sony to get my money back, and they finally gave me my money back. But what you had to do is, like, when you have PlayStation 4 version, if you got the disc or if you got the digital version, just press start on the icon of the game, check game version, and it'll come to the right and it'll say, this is the PlayStation 4 version of the game. Do you want the PlayStation 5 version of the game? You manually have to go in there and tell it to, upgrade. And I did that with Destiny. I've done that with NBA 2K21. I've done that with Spider-Man Remastered, Miles Morales, and there was another game. I forget. It was another game that I updated. That was PlayStation 5. Cold War. No, Cold War. Now, Cold War, that does it automatically. Cold War will upgrade. It'll upgrade automatically. But god damn, Call of Duty, 200 gigs? 200 gigs for the PlayStation 4 version and 200 gigs for the PlayStation 5 version. That's 400 gigs. So, okay, also, it's in your best interest to have a external. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. It's best to have an external. Like, this is a 4 terabyte Seagate external hard drive. As you can see, I put Xbox on it. This is a 5 Seagate 5 gigabytes. No, 5 gigabyte, 5 terabyte, 5 terabyte external hard drive. PlayStation 4. I got a lot of PlayStation 4 games. I have at least over 100 PlayStation 4 games. So, yeah. And then I just recently got the WD Black. 5 terabyte. This is from a PlayStation 5. Because I was running out of room from a PlayStation 4 one because of damn Call of Duty. Call of Duty, you got 200 gigabytes for Call of Duty Cold War and Modern Warfare for the PlayStation 4. Then you got the PlayStation 5 version that's 200 gigabytes. I was like, come on, man. And my friends wanted me to play what is it, Warzone? No, I just recently started playing Warzone and I downloaded that. I was like, god damn, it's too much. Like 200 gigabytes? 200? My PlayStation 4, the Pro, it comes with a 1 terabyte internally, and I updated that to a 2 terabyte internally. The PlayStation 5 only comes with a 500 gigabyte. No, does it? Wait, what does the PlayStation 5 come with? I thought it come with I know it comes with a 1 terabyte. Hold on. I'll tell you 1 second. One sec. I want to say PlayStation. I want to say 500 gigabytes, but let's see. No, no. The PlayStation 5 has a 1 terabyte hard drive internally, but you can only use 825 of it free. The other 200 is used for stuff. But anyway, yeah, it is what it is. Like, now now I've been rambling on or whatever, but like I said, the two things that piss me off about these systems, I don't listen. Okay, the Xbox 4, what the fuck? The Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, they had digital outputs. They had what else did they have? They had digital outputs. They had it was easy to use a stream. You know, the Xbox One, they had set up the software for it to stream. You know, if you're a streamer, the Xbox One was easy to use. The PlayStation 4 is easy to use. You can stream it to your PC and you had no issues. And it was just like, it was wonderful. Then, you know, Sony and Microsoft, they did a 180 and they took off the digital import. They took the digital output and input off the damn consoles, both of them. You have like on the Xbox Series X, you have like a storage expansion slot. You got the HDMI port. You have the power outlet. You have a power outlet. You have the network, and you have like 2 USBs. Well, two in the back, 1 in the front, and all 3 of them are USB 3.0. Okay, that's basically the same with the PlayStation 5. Whereas the PlayStation 4, well, the Xbox One, you had an HDMI in, you had HDMI in, and you had an HDMI out. You had digital input in, you had a digital input out, and then, you know, I mean, you can like set up where you can stream, and you can stream to your PC with no problems, no issues, and you can use your overlays from from your OBS or from Streamlabs, or you know, it was easy. Whereas now with the Xbox Series X, you have to finagle it to send it to your PC so you can stream through Streamlabs or OBS. PlayStation 5, I just gave up. PlayStation 5 is the worst system to stream to PC. It's horrible. It's a goddamn shame what Sony has done to their system. The system is wonderful, but as far as streaming, you know, I mean, you can stream directly from the console, and then, you know, but you don't really get a chance to like freak out overlays or whatnot. You gotta buy the PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation 4 camera to use so people can see your face. You can't use a Logitech. You can't use any other webcams on it, which is stupid. I mean, that's what pissed me off about the PlayStation 5. I mean, it's like I said, I play it daily, but I wish that I can stream from my PlayStation 5 onto my PC so I can use my overlays, because it's just a hassle. It's just a hassle. That's one minor slate that I give it. It frustrates the hell out of me. It's like, what were they thinking? But all in all, they're good systems. You know what I'm saying? They're very good systems. If you're asking yourself, should you buy the systems now? It depends. It really depends. Like, let's say you had the ability, besides the hackers and whatnot, let's say you have the option to get an Xbox Series X right now, or you had the option to get a PlayStation 5. Should you get it? It depends on what you want to do. I would tell you yes. If I tell you yes, get it, and you could play your PlayStation 4 games on it. It'll boost up the graphical abilities to it. I mean, Overwatch multiplayer and Destiny multiplayer goes at 120 frames per second. And you could tell too, it's like when you play Destiny, well, when I was playing Destiny, when you do like the missions and whatnot, it'd be okay. But then like if you go like to play like competitive or Iron Banner or something like that, once you get in your ship to go load into the level, your screen will go black for like 2 nanoseconds, and then when the screen comes back, you can instantly tell that your screen, your frame rate went from 60 to 120. Same with Overwatch. They upgraded they boosted up the graphic or the frame rates. You can tell. I mean, that's if you want to do that, or if you want to play like, upgraded versions of your games. I mean, it depends. It depends. I mean, I mean, outside of Ratchet and Clank, there's not really many games that's out where you like, oh my god, I got to get out. I got to get it right now. I mean, you can wait. You can wait until the holiday season. I mean, I didn't, but I'm just saying. I mean, if you really want to, you can. It's really no rush. But I mean, once you get your system, you'll see the difference. Like one game that made me see the difference was like NBA 2K1, NBA 2K1 version on the PlayStation 4 versus the PlayStation 5 version is totally different. It's like a totally different game. Like, my career is totally different. It's just, I mean, it's ridiculous. So, I mean, it's like, it's pretty goddamn ridiculous. Like, I mean, like, when you go to like, it's like when you start, like, let's say you playing for the Pistons versus the Bucks in my career, and next you start the game, and then you'll go play, you'll go to the arena to start playing, you're playing the game or whatnot. Versus on the PlayStation 5, they show you going through the crowd. They show thousands of people cheering you on. It's just like you feel like you about to play. You feel like you about to be a pro in the NBA league. It's just. I mean, certain games it's just. I mean, you'll see it once you get the game. Once you get the game, trust me. All right, Lawrence, I'll hit you up and I'll try that. But listen, speaking of that, I try to use my son's Elgato HD what's it, HD 60. It's just not working. So I said forget it. So I even tried the Avermedia 2 Plus Live. That doesn't work. Oh man. Oh, that's the thing. You got a pro internal capture card. See, I had the external card. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to buy Elgato internal capture card. And we'll go from there. That's probably what I need. Because the external card is not cutting it. It's not cutting it at all. It's not cutting it at all. But, in between both, okay. Like I said, I'm gonna try to be, non-biased. But if you don't have any of the old games, you don't have any other old consoles, you know what I'm saying? Buy Xbox Series X, especially if you don't have a PC. Now, if you don't have any of the old games, but you do have a PC, I wouldn't buy Xbox Series X. All right, because most of the games that's going to be on the Xbox Series X is going to be on the PC, and plus you can get an emulator to play all the old games anyway. But if you don't have a PC and you love playing old games, then get an Xbox Series X. But if you want to play exclusive games, new games, and you want to play the new hot stuff, get a PlayStation 5. All right, I mean, that's what it is. What it is. Should you break the bank to get them now? No. I will say in about, I was saying about another 6 months. That's when if you stack your bread, right? If you stack your bread, that's when it's time to get the new systems. I mean, it's no rush now. I mean, you're not really missing out anything. Not really. I mean, as far as like, you may miss a little hidden perks, and the good, games look a little bit better. The games run a little bit faster. The games run a little bit smoother. But other than that, I mean, there's nothing really to write home about. Well, I just told you there's some things to write about. The game moves faster. There's non-existent load times. It's just, I mean, but if you can't get it, then it's understandable. Don't feel bad. Don't feel, I got lucky. You know what I'm saying? I just got lucky. But if you really want one, trust me, it's gonna come. But I mean, just be patient and you'll get one. I mean, actually, you might get one now. PlayStation 4, they're shutting down servers on certain games. I just told you the DualShock controller 4s are a shortage on them. So I guess they're pushing away from that and trying to bring in the new stuff. So it's just, like I said, you can do whatever you want to, whatever system you want to get. It's all fine and good. Like I said, the Xbox Series X, I give it a B. PlayStation 5, I give it an A. And like I said, both systems are very good. Both systems are very quiet, non-existent load times. The only gripe I have with both of them is that they're harder to stream to the PC. Xbox is non-existent to stream from itself. The PlayStation 5 can stream from itself. I mean, PlayStation 5, you can stream to YouTube or to Twitch. Since Mixer has died, Microsoft does not stream to Mixer by itself anymore, and both systems no longer streams to Facebook within their systems. You will have to get a third-party peripheral or software. And then also Microsoft, I don't know. Listen, Microsoft, what the hell were y'all doing? There was a guy that worked at Microsoft, and he created a program where it was a software that you can use to stream from your Xbox Series X to your PC and to stream to Twitch with no problems. It was a beta test, and then Microsoft did a cease and desist to one of their own employees. And he stated that it was a beta. It was a beta program. And they did a cease and desist, and no longer you can use it. I don't understand Microsoft. I really don't. It's like Microsoft does not want the Xbox division to develop or to be good at all. I don't know what's what. Anyway, I think that's gonna be today's show. Oh, I went over an hour. Oh, okay. I think that's gonna be today's show. I'm probably gonna stream, probably play something. I don't know. I gotta check on my family, and then I'll probably play something. I'll probably stream something. For the most part, I'll probably, stream some more Mass Effect. Play that, Speaking of which, I can show you guys my schedule. Hold on. Bear with me. Hold on. Show you my schedule. Maybe I care, maybe I don't. I don't know. I don't know.
Collaborate with other people, opportunities for you to make money. That's one level manager. Then you got another manager.
Fam. All right, we can do this the old-fashioned way. Probably not gonna show because Yeah, it's not showing because I'm actually streaming live. But let's go here. One second. Oh, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna tell you. Like I said, Monday evenings at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna do a podcast every day. Like every day, every Monday I'm gonna do a podcast. You know, it's called Shel-Shock. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna get music and everything. I'm gonna do whatever I got to do with it. I'm usually off Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. So every other day I'm gonna play. I'm gonna stream like Apex or fighting games. That's what I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna focus on a lot of Apex because I'm addicted to Apex. I'm sorry. I like Apex. And I think it's a very good game. I enjoy it, and I want to be good. I want to be good at it. I'm tired of getting to platinum every season. I want to get up to diamond or masters. So I'm gonna work on that. For the most part, I'm probably gonna be streaming on the PlayStation. Next season 10, which is in 30 days, I'll probably just stream nothing but Apex on PC. Speaking of PC, I've been playing on the PC, and I guess my SBMM is good on the PC because on my pickup games, I've been playing nothing but masters and diamonds. That's all I've been playing against on the PC. And on the PC and ranked, I haven't even really gone anywhere. I'm just bronze. But on pickup games, due to my SBM being good, I'm going against masters and not predators, but masters and diamond players, and they've been whooping my ass. So on PC, and then I don't know why. I don't guess because I'm older. I really can't like pay attention to the monitor. So what I did was I hooked up my television to my computer, and I've been doing well in the FOV. FOV been working wonders on the television, so that's been helping too. So we'll see. But shout out to all my friends. And then yes, I'm streaming later on today, but I'll probably stream tomorrow, but I probably won't stream in the afternoon because I'm going on a dinner. I'm meeting a lot of my online friends. Some of them are watching right now, so yeah, we're all going out to dinner. A lot of them gonna be in town, so we'll be having fun. Even though before dinner, I am going to get Revenant's heirloom. Revenant heirloom drops tomorrow, so I will be getting that. But other than that, hey, Brute, I'll see you tomorrow. Dinner is gonna be nice. But other than that, shout out to them. Shout out to my family. Shout out to all you that are watching right now. And then ran out. Who did I ran out? Who can I ran out? If you ever seen me on the Real Gamer Show, you know what the ran out is. Ran out is like the anti shout out. This is when you get on here and you just start cussing out people and give them big FUs. Right now, I don't have a ran out because I didn't really plan for one. Really don't have any beef with anybody. Everybody's been good this week. Next week probably be different. But other than that, that's about it. I'm going to shut this down and I'm going to probably go play something within the next 20 minutes. All right. Talk to y'all later.